Da 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 da. I'm loving it. That's right. McDonald's, all things McDonald's. It's not all about Donald Trump going to McDonald's. It's a little deeper than that. A conspiracy theory that is no longer a theory. Yeah. So how about that? We're gonna hit that in the show. This is in other news. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you had a great weekend. I know I did. Had a lot of fun, and we'll get to Dodger baseball when we see Rhonda show up here. And then made some dang good food. So that's really what I did. Had a great time. Had a great weekend. Hope you had a great weekend. Obviously Donald Trump didn't have a great weekend. He had to work. I am going to talk about McDonald's. I'm going to talk about Donald Trump and McDonald's. Then I'm also going to talk about the conspiracy theory that is no longer a theory. It is a corporate conspiracy that jacked you up, jacked a bunch of people up. I mean, jacked a bunch of people up as far as these entrepreneurs, these franchisees. I mean, this is nuts. It's absolutely crazy. It's going to make you never want to go to McDonald's, but I'm going to tell you why you should go to McDonald's. And you'll be fine. Well, not as like a healthy diet or anything like that. But yes, the man himself, Donald Trump, went to McDonald's, and this was classic trolling. He is hands down the best showman we have ever seen. Ever seen. Okay, wait a second. I'm going to stop right now because she just jumps right in here with the Dodgers, and it says best of luck against the Yankees, and she has the laughy thing. So I think Rhonda's talking some garbage here and thinking that we can't handle the Yankees, though we handled every other team. We had a better record than the Yankees, and the Mets were at full strength, and we still spanked them. Did I miss anything there? No. But as a fan, as a Dodger fan, as a lifelong Dodgers fan, and it is said, I have Dodger seats from the original seats at Dodger Stadium. I am a Dodger fan. So now that we see what's going on, I wasn't talking trash about the team that didn't make the playoffs. No, I as a fan, I am a see here, Dodgers. If you don't like it, that's fine. I have not hidden that at any part of my media career that I am a diehard Dodgers fan, and I have in my 49 years have seen I think 3 World Series, and it just yeah. But anyway, this is good for baseball. Y'all just understand this, and I'm not talking about good for baseball in the way that Taylor Swift dating a tight end is good for the NFL. This is very good. This is good for ratings. This is good for revenue. This is good for everything. We have a New York, Los Angeles World Series. The most storied franchises in baseball get to go off in the Fall Classic. So that's going to be absolutely amazing. And it's going to be, trust me, it's going to be probably the highest scoring. That was the highest scoring NLCS in history. We're going to have the highest scoring World Series in history, because the Dodgers are inviting people out of the parking lot to pitch for them. And the Dodgers bats are just hotter than hell. So, I mean, both teams are just going to be ripping. So it's going to be pretty wild. Mm-hmm. You smirked before I even had a chance to say hello. Oh, I love it, Rhonda. Don't you worry. I was just waiting for you. I was waiting for you to come in. Because if you have missed it, I'm sorry, Rhonda's been just putting Dodgers in there. Just so, yeah. The pucks are what? Who? What? We should have a Donald McDonald's. Yes. Did you guys know a little fun fact on McDonald's? Ronald McDonald, the original Ronald McDonald was Willard Scott from the Today Show, the weather guy. He was the original advertising. He was the original Ronald McDonald. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, actually, Brendan, it would not be cooler if they're still based in Brooklyn, because that would just be a New York. And like if the Mets actually won the NLCS, that would have been probably one of the worst. Okay, so Rhonda's coming in here too. Probably the worst ratings for a World Series there's ever been. One city has the World Series. Boring. Now you get West Coast and you get East Coast. Now, how about this? When the Dodgers, this is a good, fun trivia. This trivia, this isn't like about praising the Dodgers. This is just trivia. So when the Dodgers left Brooklyn and went to Los Angeles, and why wouldn't they? I mean, they took the owner of the Dodgers in a helicopter and said, "We're giving you this giant chunk of California." He said, "Okay." So you're right, Rhonda. So you wouldn't have watched the Subway Series. But how about this? Here's the trivia question. See if you guys can get this without the Google machine. When the Dodgers and the Giants had to come along with them, so that's why the Dodgers and Giants have a rivalry. That's why you see the New York Football Giants instead of the New York Giants. So the Giants and the Dodgers went to the West Coast. What was the westernmost baseball team at that point? At that point, the MLB was cut off to the Western United States before the Dodgers and Giants went to California. If you said St. Louis Cardinals was it? St. Louis Cardinals yeah. So that was it. There was no baseball in the Western United States until they took off. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. No, Casey and everybody came out later. How about that? Take that. But isn't that kind of crazy that you would think that, New York's such a big market. It's the number one media market in the world. So we should, have two teams in the World Series. Wouldn't have done anything for ratings. No, now you have two. And now you got Shohei in there. I mean, come on, for the love of grief. Yeah. A Queen Bee's mom asked yesterday at dinner, how much does he get paid? I'm like, oh, this is going to be interesting. 700 million-ish. But still, when you think about the Shohei deal. I don't understand why Tom Brady is getting paid $37.5 million a year by Fox for 10 years. I do not understand that. Because when have you, and I grew up with Chick Hearn and Vin Scully, for the love of God, like TV and radio announcers, I've been to the top of the mountain. I've never tuned in a game just to hear Vin Scully. Never tuned in a game just to hear Chick Hearn. Why in the world? No one's going to watch the game on Fox because Tom Brady is announcing it or anyone else. It's absolutely wild to me. So even more so than Shohei, to ask Fox why they're paying that dude. Well, he's the GOAT, but I mean, still $37.5 million. Yeah. What is with the Dodgers low five celebration? I thought this is more of the thing. This low five celebration. Don't know. Howard Cosell. I loved Howard Cosell. If you watch any like 30-30 documentary or whatever on Howard Cosell, watch it. Howard Cosell was fantastic, especially doing the Muhammad Ali thing. That's what basically that in his high vocabulary got him rose him to prominence, because when Cassius Clay said, "I am now Muhammad Ali," no one in sports would call him Muhammad Ali. No one, except for Howard Cosell. If he wants to be called Muhammad, I'll call him Muhammad. Yeah, there you go. I don't know what you talking about there, Truman. The crowd, dude. What? What they touch it? Oh, they doing some smacking. Like, where are you going on vacation? Bangkok. Yeah, no, they doing that kind of stuff. Yeah, it might be Kiki Hernandez, because Kiki's a little Kiki's a little affectionate towards other men, but whatever. If he keeps hitting home runs, I don't care. Better off dead. Lane Myers. Yeah. The guys that learned, what was it? Where were they from? They're from Japan or China? Where they learned English watching Howard Cosell on Wide World of Sports. Oh, you didn't think I was going to catch that. You did not catch it. Yes. Howard thinking better off dead. That's right. You can't. God, Lord, this is too much fun. Okay, Lynn, just settle down. We're having fun. It's just the conversation always goes this way and that and all over, and we're okay. Yes. It is fine. It's okay. We can talk. It's okay. We talk sports. Lynn, don't be grumpy. It's all good, buddy. We're going to talk a little bit. My team's in the World Series. I'm just bummed out. I got to wait till Friday for the game. So that's going to be interesting, and I might be camping. So it's going to be even more interesting. We're going to figure this all out. Don't you worry about it. Let's talk about McDonald's. The man himself visited the McDonald's. Here he is.
And I've always wanted to work at McDonald's. I never did. I'm running against somebody that said she did, but it turned out to be a totally phony story. So. President Trump! Well, that's a good-looking group. Hello, everybody. Crazy. I'm having a lot of fun here, everybody. Look at all the fake news of it.
How wild would that be? Yeah, and you're just mad. You're mad as a parent. You're like, fine, I don't care. We'll get you some food. I don't care. Who wants a damn Big Mac? Let's go. Who wants some nuggets? Oh, come on, let's go. And he just rolls in the damn and President Trump is there handing you your bag. I just can't. Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take the greatest order of all time, please? Oh my God, it's absolutely fantastic. I think that is that's I mean, look at this trolling.
On this show. I like this show. I think I might come back and do it again.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Mr.
Look at that. How are you?
Thank you, Mr. President.
This guy's losing his mind.
You made it possible for ordinary people like us to meet you.
You're not ordinary.
I mean, thank you so much
You
for
are not
everything you
ordinary.
do.
I can see.
We pray for you, and you are the type of person we want to be the president.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
So nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, I took a bullet. That's right.
Thank you, Mr. President.
When you think about it, I guess that's right.
Thank you.
Thank you very
So-
much.
Look at this. Look at the skills, man.
Salt on it.
Look at this. The skills.
Never touches the human hand.
Never touched the human
Nice
hand.
and full.
Butter. Yes. On the fries too, and that's when the big bucks start rolling in. Anyone catch that one? Let's see what movie. See if you guys can catch that movie. Then I move up to fries, and that's where the big bucks start rolling in. No one come with me. All right, okay. We'll see. We'll see if you guys catch up. The reason why I bring up the McDonald's thing because it's funny. It was classic Donald Trump trolling, and it was at its best, and it really was. And MSNBC went apoplectic with the entire thing. Oh, you got it, Truman. Nice, well done. Coming to America. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I mean, but you look at all those ginormous comedians. They all just there should be a good lesson there. Should get a lesson about how we live as Americans. Yeah, no matter Louis. Just should it. Anyway, they died. MSNBC absolutely lost their minds about the entire thing because it was just it was trolling. He is the greatest showman we have ever seen. That is exactly what I remember. Charlemagne the God, who again owes the entire black community an apology. There is a hamburger university. We're at Hamburger Trump University. That didn't go so well last time. No, it didn't go so well. No, Trump University. Trump Hamburger University. I thought it was. I thought anyway. That's what Charlemagne said. He said, look, the reason why you can't debate Donald Trump is because Donald Trump's a comedian. He's funny, and people like him for it. So let me actually, I actually pulled this from the, look, this is MSNBC. I'm not kidding. Where I got this video is the Gays for Trump Twitter handle. Yeah, I saw that as I was pasting it. And I'm like, okay, all right, that might be the first time I visited that spot. But here we go.
If you're on his campaign, and I know you are certainly not, I'm not making any implication of that, but what is the logic behind this? Going to a McDonald's? I mean, we know the guy likes Big Macs and
trolling. That's exactly why. Trolling.
Filet of fish, and
nobody likes filet of fish. Trolling is why he does.
Use the word love to describe the way he feels about the food there before.
Nice
but
impression.
What's this about?
Trolling.
There's no logic to it. It's a stunt. He has not put forth an economic agenda.
Excuse me, hold on. I don't know who this Bozette's talking here. I have no idea who she is. Here's what I'll say. He has not put forth an economic agenda. We have 4 years of his economic agenda. We know exactly what his agenda is. We know exactly what his plays are. Oh, yeah.
He, as you know, appears to be not well, and he's engaged in some really bizarre types of activities during this campaign. So this is just
When he's having
one
fun?
of those stunts
God forbid he's having fun and not giving cackling word salads.
that he will continue on through the campaign. And I think that we need to really focus.
I'd like to serve this next guest a Kamala word salad, a Mick Kamala salad.
Focus on making sure that he is not elected, of course, because he is a threat to our democracy, but also
threat to our democracy, says the party that just implanted somebody into their nominee that didn't get one vote. Yeah.
The Harris loss agenda is about the economy.
No, this isn't Mad Maxine. It's and Jim asked that. I believe this is It might be Sheila Jackson Lee is what
reducing
I'm
the
hearing.
cost of living, reducing the cost of prescription drugs, reducing the cost of housing, and making life better for everyone. And that's what we have to focus
God, we're
on
gonna
and
get
make
to
sure
this.
we
It's gonna
get
be
every
fantastic.
voter to the polls and make sure that the voters vote for the future, not taking the country backwards, as you see what Donald Trump continues to try to do. So I'm urging and encouraging everyone to get to the polls and vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz to be their next president and vice president.
Shut up. Yeah. Oh, my God. Threat to democracy. Take the country backwards. Just stop. It's tiring. It's just like calling Trump Hitler. It's lazy. Damn. Actually talk about your candidate and why it's better instead of we want to look forward and he wants to look backwards. How stupid is that? It's lazy. Damn. Just, I mean, okay. Journalism's dead. I get it. I totally understand mainstream media. Totally get it. But damn, come on now. This man is a showman, a true showman, and he's fantastic at. He's the best. And this was a trolling move. That's it. That's what he just wanted to get that one line in there. So the person running against me said she worked at McDonald's and never did. It's a lie. I don't think Sheila passed. Did Sheila Jackson Lee pass away? She was running for mayor of Houston in the last election. I like the word salad one now. I'll leave that to it. I'm gonna look up Sheila Jackson Lee. Maybe we lost her. Did we lose her? She was a gem. Let's see, Jackson Lee. Oh hell, she did die. Oh my man, good job. Okay, good. That's the way to fact check on the fly, buddy. That's what I like to see right there. Get it? I like it. Yeah. Damn. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be, well, you never know. She's already voted 3 times. So, yeah. I don't think it was Maxine, though. I know Maxine's very well. I know Maxine's cadence very well. Everything's coming off the rails. They're doing everything they can to make sure that everybody is playing ball. Everybody's on deck here. I'm going to play you a couple of things that just showed the cringe of that entire campaign is what it is. Are you ready for this? ABC cut programming because Kamala Harris, for the love of God, was answering questions. Did you see this? Was answering questions. What's up, Greg? She was actually check this out. They break. This is the most awkward thing ever. Ready?
Live now to a rally that's happening in the.
I have not edited this. I want to be very clear. There's no edit here. We are going to bathe in the awkwardness. Let's go.
I want to take you live now to a rally that's happening in the battle state. It looks like it just wrapped up. So do we know what she was taking questions on? Okay, I got the.
Oh, and they went to the little bar color thingies. She took one question, and they had no. Oh, Lynn, I don't have a Maxine impression. I just know when it's her talking is what I was saying there. Yeah, she was like bye, and then just gone. Like her just absolute disdain for anyone. Look at her. Just watch how she turns around here. Just watch this. Look at this. I hate all of you. If you don't understand that face, you didn't have a grandmother that was just constantly disappointed in you. This is what I kid. My grandma loved me.
It's happening in the battle state.
Yeah, bye.
Oh, it looks like it just wrapped
flip
up.
off.
So
You might as well flip them off.
Do we know
You
what
might
she
as well
was
just do that
taking
thing.
questions on?
Ready? Crickets. Go to the color bars, please.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Holy mackerel. But everybody does that. She's the second time I've seen her do that when she turns around and just, you peasants, you plebes, you unwashed masses, how dare you think that I'm going to be answering any of your questions? Again, a useful idiot. And you just look at the entire the line here. So Obama needed somebody absolutely dumber than him so that when he was next in line for presidency, it would be Joe Biden, that he could still run the show. Then Joe Biden had to pick somebody as dumb or dumber than him so Obama can still run the show when in this case she takes over. Yeah. This is a Greg, I don't think we can do that. That would be only if I was, hey, look, Liz Warren, Chief Runamuck there. Yeah. So yeah, and Lynn, the reporters have gotten the message. It's their marching orders. They want jobs. You have to understand, please. It goes Fox News. I don't know about Newsmax. I don't watch Newsmax. America, I don't watch that one. One America, whatever it is. I don't even watch many of the cable networks. But there's Fox News, CNN, MSNBC. If you are a guest, you are saying a certain thing. Period. You are saying that you do not deviate or you're not coming back. Same with the anchors. Again, they've destroyed Anderson Cooper, who was probably the best, one of the GOATs. Absolutely. And they just jacked him up. Listen to this. Tim Wells went on The View. So it was an entire table of women. Tim Wells went on The View, and I want you to hear, as the one conservative question that can be asked, Whoopi Goldberg is talking over her. Like, no. No, you're not bringing this up. You are not bringing this up. She did.
Remains a top issue to voters, but our own ABC poll finds that 59% of Americans feel like the economy is not getting better despite inflation going.
Oh, did you hear that? That's whooping about. Why are you doing this?
Economy is not getting better despite inflation going down and a number of good macroeconomic trends. The same poll finds that voters trust Donald Trump to handle the economy more. What do you say about the perception?
Off to the side. Whoopi's just disgusting.
What do you say about the perception the opponent that the economy is doing?
Oh, it's just a poll? What poll? It's just a poll? What poll? This is embarrassing. But there are 6 women at the table.
Poorly, and what?
Yeah.
And what do you say to these Americans who feel like they're struggling?
Yeah. Well, if they're saying they are, they
She won't shut up. What poll? What poll? She said an ABC poll. You're on the channel, you bozette.
And I think for all of us of prices being out there, I think that's why Vice President Harris has made it very clear that that is a top priority.
A top priority 4 years later. Top priority, bringing prices down 4 years later. Yeah. 4 years later. It's top priority. Top priority. Do you imagine that? Okay, you tell your spouse, hey, did you take out the trash like I asked you this morning? Yeah, it's a top priority. Next day, do you ever take out the trash? Yeah, top priority. Top priority. Hey, a couple of days ago, that trash is really starting to smell. Can you get that? Hey, it's top priority of mine. A top priority. Oh, that's why Kamala Harris says it's a top priority. Oh, this person is absolutely. Then they have Rachel Maddow's girlfriend out there again, and he's saying the quiet part out loud. So he goes on to CNBC, talking Mark Cuban, who's Rachel Maddow's girlfriend. Or sister, cousin, don't know. They almost look like twins. Mark Cuban went on CNBC to talk about how awesome it would be for Kamala Harris to go on to do an interview on X with Elon Musk. Please, pretty please give that to us. But he sounds enthusiastic. Listen.
Do you think if she wins that she could actually have a relationship and embrace Elon Musk?
100% yes.
No, 100% no.
I've had that conversation.
By the way,
100% no. No. She has already said he lost his opportunity. He blew his shot. We're taking it away from him.
I'm a news guy. We all want the interview. I'd actually like her to see her do. No, I'd actually.
Yeah,
like to
literally,
see her
I've
do
had the
X.
conversation. I've had the conversation with
I'd
her
like
team.
to see her do X and have a conversation with Elon Musk. I actually think that would actually be a fascinating.
It's actually Marxist Cuban is what we should call it.
No, I'll tell you exactly what not Kamala specifically, but her team. I'm like, I can try to facilitate a meeting with Elon, and they didn't trust the fact that he wouldn't go on X and just say something to distort the purpose of the meeting.
Wait, what? Again, distort the purpose of the meeting means this very simply. You're going to play nice. You're going to only ask her the questions that you give us That's all you're going to do when you're going to stay on script. And we understand that that Elon is he's probably a part of 8 different spectrums. So there's no way in hell he would stick to a script. No way in hell. But listen to this, please, just to see if we catch it. Oh, wait, here we go. Wait.
But you've advocated for it.
Yeah, for sure. Why not? Look, she's been very clear. She's going to put a Republican on our
What?
Whatever,
he tripped himself up. Did you see this? This shilling sellout piece of garbage. Look at this. Listen to this.
Republican on our
what?
Whatever,
what?
I'm spacing the word, but she's going to work with Republicans. She's going to be open-minded. She's not an ideologue. And so that's
her father raised her. She was raised in a socialist household. What do you mean she's not an ideologue? Ideologue. What the hell? And did you hear what he said? Going to put a Republican on our is what he's trying to say, our cabinet. And he caught himself. I can't really think of the word now. This guy is shilling for Kamala Harris because he wants to run the Fed. Period. Listen to him.
Whatever, I'm spacing the word, but she's going to work with Republicans.
For it.
Yeah, for sure. Why not? Look, she's been very clear. She's going to put a Republican on
what happened was
whatever. I'm spacing the word, but she's going to work with Republicans. She's going to be open-minded. She's not an ideologue. And so that's the key. She talks about it all the time. She
doesn't talk about squat all the time. Shut up, Cuban. And Cuban just announced, I already have a spot on her cabinet. That's why I'm putting my money in all of this nonsense behind her, knowing damn well that any of Mark Cuban's companies would not hire her above a manager level. Period.
Wants to be a problem solver. And that is exactly what happens when I talk to her. We've talked about cutting the deficit. We've talked about using technology to increase efficiency. We've talked about machine learning and applications with data. She's not saying, no, that's not how we do things.
No, she's yelling, somebody please explain what this guy's talking about to me. That's what she's doing.
Never has she said that. She's like, Mark, what is the best way to solve this problem? What do you
What the problem okay, done with you. Bye. The guy is shilling because he's got a commitment to a cabinet position. And I'm not talking about the Northeast elite kind of, we're going to make you an ambassador to the Maldives or whatever the hell it is. I mean, he wants a job. He wants a cabinet job, and he has been committed, as you see. Been committed to it. Unbelievable. Yeah, Greg, she's not okay. If her ideology is her own advancement, she's an ideologue. She does not care that she wants to spread, or that people think that she's going to spread daddy's socialism. Look at the textbook that her dad wrote. It's about income redistribution. She doesn't care. She just wants to be rich and famous. That's it. Kamala Harris is no better than all of the Gen Zers out there that the number one job occupation that they want is influencer. She's no different. She is not here. Barack Hussein Obama, who's running it, is an ideologue. Kamala Harris is a useful idiot that just wants her payday. She wants it. She wants to be the first. She wants to go in history as the first female president. She wants to ride those 4 years rolling all around the world on Air Force One, and all the King's men, in this case, Queen's men, taking such great care of her while her hubby's out there just cashing in on the entire thing. So I disagree. She is not an ideologue. She is I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't hanging with no broke. Thank you. Yes, probably should have hooked up with actors, musicians, versus politicians. Well, she did. Yeah, Montel out there. I had then Willie Brown. That was kind of it. But I mean, she saw the path. She definitely saw the path. Here's an interesting brain break from the weekend. Did you see this? This is fantastic. Okay, okay. So this lady, this very well-endowed lady, rushes the field, and it says Kamala Kamala open borders, Trump secure borders, or something like that. Believe it or not, there's actually writing on the sign. There's writing on the sign. Not that we were looking at writing on the sign, but here's how it is. There you go. Okay, so this guy grabs her. Okay. Yep. This guy comes in to grab her. I want to grab her too. That guy, I want to grab her too. Let me grab her. Nope, I get to grab her. Look, they're fighting over who gets to grab her. Look at this is weird. Come on. People are like, oh, woman rushed the field. I'm like, that's not the story. But somebody got to check up on these dudes, man. God, dog. How about this? Yep, watch. No, we ain't done. Here, let's get another guy to come in here and grab a hold. Here we go. Wait. Yep. Here we go. Hey, gotcha. Hey, let me get you. Let me grab you here. Let me grab you. Oh, I love the rushing the field things. I think, remember Morgana? Remember her? Probably more well endowed than that. She would always go out and try to kiss the third baseman. No, you guys remember that? Oh, fantastic. No, I don't mind. You rush the field, fine, do it. It gives everybody a little something. Gives everybody a little break. Yeah. Oh, okay. Rhonda wants to. Let's go back here. Let's go to that. I just thought that was a fun little brain break because everybody. You know, they thought it. Chesty Moore. Yeah. So the headlines are, woman rushes field with a Trump sign, right? That's not the story. Funny part about it, why are people not talking about that? Every guy that thought he could get away with it and say he's security went to go grab a hold. Goes. It's like HW. Remember when HW roll around in his wheelchair and he'd grab girls' booties? You didn't know this? If you didn't know that, he would yell, David Copperfield, every time he did it. He thought it was the funniest thing in the world. And I'm talking about late, like last year, 2 years, HW. But he was a booty grabber. And he would yell, David Copperfield. I know the stuff we're learning today, right? The David Copperfield, the whole thing is. Let's get back to this. I'm sorry here. Rhonda wanted to get to this here. All right. How about a campaign might have an Usher? Yes. Yep. Yeah. Usher. The hip hop artist Usher went on The View and said, "Ain't no way, no day. I'm going to endorse a candidate. Okay. No way, no day. I'm not going to do it. I am going to stay neutral." And then it's pretty funny that all the Diddy stuff comes out, and there's some tapes floating around of white parties and baby oil, and the name Usher started to get floated. Wow, what was Usher doing? 15-minute speech about how amazing Kamala Harris is, and at her rally endorsing Kamala Harris. Is there anything you can believe at this point? I mean, look at Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban, you think, okay, the guy's worth what, $3 billion, $4 billion? And you think, okay, maybe he's onto something with the whole, Kamala thing. I mean, he's a businessman. No, he's showing for a job. He got promised a gig. Usher got promised that the baby oil tapes would not be released. Promise. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. She looked like a real fighter. Surprised they didn't pin her down in an attempt to. Yeah, exactly. And now I need to do chest compressions. She seems to be having a heart attack. You don't do chest compressions like this. Do them like this. That's my man Chase. But yeah, so that's horrible. Okay, I'm stopping. I'm gonna stop right there. Package. If at any time we could have a wardrobe malfunction, I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody likes to see a wardrobe malfunction on Janet Jackson, but whoo. Okay, I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to circle back around to this. I'm going to go Jen Psaki on y'all. I'm going to come back around to this. McDonald's. Guys, it has nothing to do with Donald Trump. I want you to hear this. This is absolutely wild what's going on. You guys, please lean in. Please lean in. Do not click away from this. Do not scroll away from this. Hear this. It's not a conspiracy theory. There was a corporate conspiracy that impacted you and it impacted the franchisees. This is a huge, huge story. It's a huge story. So we know, and it's become pretty apparent, right, that every time you go to the McDonald's, you want to get you a McFlurry or you want to get you a cone, which are fantastic. I haven't eaten desserts in years because I was just big. I was a big boy. But they were fantastic. The machine's always broken down. That's not even the joke. At any given time, and there's an ice cream map you can watch, at any given time, 17% of all McDonald's ice cream machines are broken. This is not, this is not a joke. These are legal filings. That's the court case, right, Rhonda? Yeah. There's a court case, but here's what it was. Literally, this is corporate espionage. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is what was going down. Every single McDonald's as a franchise, and this is good, and I told you why you should go support support McDonald's, because it's not McDonald's corporate. You're supporting a small business owner. They're all franchises. And every single franchise has to buy, what is it? What machine? They have to buy the same ice cream machine. Every one of them has to. You cannot not have it. You have to have that ice cream machine. Period. So it's the thing. It's expensive. It has like a 200, Taylor, thank you so much. It has a 200-page manual. It's always broken down. Then this company comes along named Kitch, and they've got this little machine that you plug into the Taylor machine, and it tells you exactly what's wrong with it, and it fixes it. It helps you fix it, or it walks you through how to fix it. Okay? Sounds all right, doesn't it? Does it sound pretty cool? Nope. No. Because the company, Taylor, makes over $170 million a year fixing the ice cream machines at McDonald's nationwide. $170 million a year just in maintenance. Forget about selling them to them, because they're always opening new McDonald's. So they sell one of these big machines that I'm sure cost a boatload of money. But this was to the tune, Rhonda, to the tune of $170+ million a year. Almost 20% of their business is fixing the machines that they got McDonald's to say, hey, mandated have to go into each and every location. So Kitch comes around and said, we got this, don't worry about it. Three times, McDonald's corporate and Taylor's parent company decide to try to get one of these Kitch machines during the test launch so they can reverse engineer it and make it themselves, basically steal the technology. The technology is going to what? The technology is going to take them away from their payday. $170 million a year make you do some funny stuff. McDonald's and Taylor found a franchisee, a very powerful franchisee. By the way, before then, these 3 attempts that they had, they're using fake businesses. They're using fake email addresses. They are going deep, like Axel Foley, going deep down undercover. After those attempts failed, they actually got a franchisee, a powerful franchisee, and by powerful, probably on several locations, to just say, okay, I'm gonna turn state's evidence. Okay, I'm gonna turn on this guy. I'm gonna get one of these machines. Then they get the machine. So they get one. So Kitch falls for it. Kitch's like, okay, cool. This is a guy who's got several locations. Let's do this. Okay, because I'm sure that guy was. If you're Kitch, you're like, oh my God, this guy has like a dozen locations. He's got a dozen of these machines. At any given time, at least one of his locations has a broken ice cream machine. So he's going to want that. Okay, so let's give it to him. Kitch, before they delivered it, said, you know what? But I just really don't trust him. Something's off. Something's off. So what they did is they put tracking into that machine where they could tell where it's been plugged, how it's basically been maneuvered. and how it's been connected to the internet and not connected to the internet, and when it's been connected to a machine and when it's not been connected to a machine. So the gig was up. They have sued Taylor, its parent company, and McDonald's for something absurd. I believe it's $900 million. Because they have emails, literally emails from the executives at McDonald's telling franchisees, you cannot use this software. Do not use this machine. That was when we talk about collusion, conspiracy, same. Okay, so the term conspiracy theory bothers me. It just bothers me. Every time I question something, it's like, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. You're not using that term properly. Keep using that term. I do not think it means what you think it means. So the conspiracy theory, you have to have multiple people that will conspire to do something nefarious. And until it's proven, it's simply a theory. Like, I believe the Obamas killed their chef, period. But to me, that's just a theory. And people conspired to say that this 6-foot man who was insanely athletic and liked to paddleboard died in 3 feet of water. I believe in coincidences. I've just never seen one. So this conspiracy theory is no longer a theory. We have collusion and conspiracy, the people conspiring to do something nefarious. And that jacks up. Do you know how much money franchisees have to pay to have these damn things fixed? And if they realize that, oh, well, we have to keep paying to have these things fixed because they're supposed to break down and make another company money and cost me money, and then I have to either hire less people, which causes jobs, and then I have to charge more for everybody coming in, which is contributing, thank you, to inflation. For stealing, yeah. So it's they plugged it in, took it offline, and they wanted to steal the tech. So for this tech, their own solution that was remarkably like the kitchen machine. It was damn near identical. Yeah. It's as close to going back to Coming to America, which we talked about Louis a little earlier, and that's when the big bucks start rolling in. That was McDowell's. Remember, they have the Golden Arches, we have the Golden Arcs. They have the Big Mac, we have the Big Mick. Our Big Mic's the same thing. It's just 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, but they have a sesame seed bun. Ours has no seeds. I can quote the movie backwards, y'all. God, I love that movie. That and Tropic Thunder. Don't test me. Oh, I'm loving it. But that is fantastic. I mean, what a bunch of just absolute bozos. And something like ice cream. I mean, have the salad maker break down a bunch. You know, you don't have to jack up kids' day because they're like, I get an ice cream cone. Woo, I got straight A's. Yay. Oh, it's broken. All for cash. Yeah, all for cash. Oh, what did Beans? Intern Beans brought up, what did she? Oh, man. She brought up Soul Glow, and I don't know the context it was this weekend. I was on the phone with her, and she brought up Soul Glow. Yeah. I was on the phone with her. God, my kids, I love my kids. My kids they're just like their dad. I was talking to her about, she went through Dutch Bros. And if y'all have been through Dutch Bros, it's one of the most annoying things. If I have to, and I don't even like their coffee, but say everybody in the car wants to go Dutch Bros, whatever, and they're dying, they're jonesing for it. I'll act like I'm on the phone. Like, yeah, hold on a second. Can I get this? I don't want to make a friend. So she's on the phone and she's going through Dutch Bros, and I hear, oh my God, I love your hair. Did you use one of those Dysons? I'm like, oh God. I go, Beans, call me back. And then when she called me back, I was like, oh, did you use a Dyson? She goes, no, I use Soul Glow. Yes. Oh, my kids are the best. Oh yeah, the drive-thrus are a nightmare, man. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you. And why? I don't care. Oh, I love your shirt. Well, it's a black t-shirt. Thanks. Appreciate it. I like your earrings. Who cares? Believe it or not, Intern Beans worked there. She crushed it. She's like, Dad, it's like taking some walnut candy from the baby. Mm-hmm. And working at we're visiting dance. Oh, okay, cool. I'll tell you. Dutch Bros has terrible coffee and it's too much money. This is all it is. And I'm addicted to Starbucks cold brew, so I will admit it. I pay $5 every other day for coffee. It's an addiction. I mean, I'll have the coffee and like, it's not Starbucks cold brew. Even the Starbucks cold brew you get at the store, not the same stuff. Nope. It's like having a canned beer and beer out of the tap. Two different things. Two different experiences. Oh. The smell of sugar is here. And for a guy like me, who hasn't had sugar, I mean, I know things have sugar in them, and I do understand that. So when I say I haven't had sugar, y'all know what I mean. I just don't do desserts and things like that. But when I have like, say, like a pizza or something like that, I'll know like that if there's sugar in the sauce. Like, ooh, there's a lot of sugar in that sauce. Yeah, and I was like, I don't taste any sugar. Like, you try getting rid of sugar, and then you'll taste it everywhere. How the heck can McDonald's executives sign off on $170 million in extensive? Yeah, franchise back. Yeah. What do you mean? How can they? Greg? It's quite the American way, my friend. It's very. I know that guy. How could the Obama administration give X amount of billions to Solyndra, knowing that they were just going to go out of business? Corruption. Exactly, Rhonda. Corruption. Kind of crazy. But I just think it's a fantastic story. Because when Queen Bee and I started dating, I mean, she would always say, she's not a junk food eater by any stretch, but I mean, the kids loved them some McDonald's ice cream. I'd be on the phone with her a bunch, and she'd say, yeah, we're driving through McDonald's. Oh, yep, nope. I'd hear the guy say, yeah, sorry, our machine's down. Yeah, sorry, our machine's down. Because I don't get to hear it because I don't order it, but I got to hear it when I was on the phone with her, but every time, machine's down. It just became a joke. Really became a joke. Look at all the companies starting to laugh. They can do it now. They can do it now. I mean, understand this, Alfred. When Alfred said, look at all the companies that are starting layoffs, I mean, there's several reasons for that. One is, when we government gets involved in how much a company can and has to pay somebody, that's going to cause people to lose their jobs. It's going to cause people to get laid off. I know at least 3 fast food chains or locations in my hood, that is just straight. There's nobody taking an order anymore. They bring your order out to you. That's it. You have to go to the kiosk, push your buttons, and then be done. That's one thing. And you can call that advancement. You can call that progress. I call it the government telling me how much I have to pay my people, and I'd rather spend 10 grand on a touch kiosk than have to pay more and more and more and more when I'm turning them over. Yeah. Okay. So Ron said she worked at McDonald's in the 80s and the machine was rarely down. Basically became a thing in the last decade. Yeah. I think it became it's a 2010s to now kind of thing. Yeah. I don't think they were down that much. You threw a Happy Meal at a guy. I'm loving it. Yes, that was intentional. But anyway, so people are losing their jobs because of the mandated wages, and the layoffs are going to come because they were inflated. So people aren't really. I think the jobs numbers, the employment numbers, are just been fixed completely. And now that we're at the election, he's like, yeah, who cares? Yeah, we can let them know now. We can let them know we were lying the whole time. Automation does kill labor, right? Yeah. Employees, driving the change of machines. Darn right it is. 16 and had attitude. Had? I kid because I love. I'm sorry, there we go. So everybody else can play along with running that right there. I'd rather have Trump take my order too. Could you imagine? I'm actually jealous. I mean, obviously it was people that had been vetted that could go through and, shake hands with the president. But I mean, damn. Oh, I drove the F-150 right through there. And I'd say, come on in. I'd say, jump in, Prez. We're making America great again. Let's go. Yes. Let's break some stuff down. We have a cool decompression session that is fantastic. It actually is The View. Not kidding. There's a decompression session. This is just going to make you feel better about things with The View. We're going to get to no, let's stay with him. We're going to stay with him. We now have Mark Cuban that's getting a cabinet position. And why is the mayor of Chicago in 3 states campaigning for Kamala Harris? He's going to get the same program. he's going to get the same program here he's talking about.
That's what black men do. We have always had the backs of our sisters. We've always had the backs of our daughters, right? Look, I'm blessed because I'm born of a black woman. I'm in love and sleep with a black woman every night, and I'm raising a black woman.
This is getting weird. I ain't gonna lie. This is getting weird. This is starting to sound like Chris Rock. I'm black and I'm black and I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. Yeah.
The fact
I can say that I'm 1.5% black. Can say it. Mm-hmm.
That the women in my life get to see a reflection of their being and their values in Vice President Kamala Harris as she works to put more money in education, she works to make sure that we have more behavioral health care.
More money into education. Tell me where that's worked. Can somebody give me a stat that can show me that since the Department of Education was created and the bazillions of trillion dollars that we've put into it, can you tell me where test scores have gone up? Anybody? Gonna help me with this one? Anyone? Nobody coming with me on that? Okay.
She works to create home ownership for people.
Yeah, which, by the way, if you give somebody $50,000 to buy a home or $25,000 to buy a home, do you know what happens to each and every home? The price increases $25,000 to $50,000. These people are idiots, or they think we are idiots. And I think it might be a combination of the two.
You're talking about cleaning up a mess. Yes, we're cleaning up a mess of decades of disinvestment. It's why I put forth a $1.25 billion.
Disinvestment is what he calls it. Disinvestment. And by the way, that's Mayor Brandon Johnson, Harris Wall's campaign surrogate. No, future cabinet member. This is just, this is all phony as it gets. And he's talking about disinvestment. 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 Do you understand the Democrat Party signed the New Deal simply to buy everyone that didn't have white skins vote for decades? It was the most racist thing we've done. It's slavery, since slavery. I was disinvestment. Dude, the Democrats signed into law a $1 trillion program to make sure that everyone that didn't have white skin got a check every dang month, was on from the cradle to the grave, dependent on the government. Disinvestment, that's one hell of an investment. They're just racist and got away with it. They got away with their racism, period. Sorry, I'm getting a little fired up about that. Yeah, let me. Here's where I'm going to, Alfred. I'm going to kind of not push back on this one, but I'll disagree with you a little bit. Everyone is campaigning for Kamala. Trump and Vance don't seem to have any celebrity or ex-presidents out there trying to push this disaster of a person. So here's what I'll say in that, Alfred. The Trump campaign has celebrities, just not in the I did naughty things at Diddy's house celebrity. I did naughty things for my package. So, see, Chris isn't here today. That kind of celebrity. The podcasts that Donald Trump has gone on is why he will win this election. Mark my words. We will study it. We will wonder how. Trust me, the media is going to wonder how in the hell did Kamala lose? We did everything for her. I'm telling you, Undertaker this past weekend. What was that, buddy? Brennan, let me know what that was. Is that another podcast? I don't know what that is, but he's doing podcasts where he's getting 100 million views, for the love of grief. There's no celebrity endorsement that can reach like that. Not one. And by the way, those podcasts are the celebrities of today. Those podcasters have more reach than any of this. I saw, who's that guy? John Legend. Oh, Rhonda, you saw during, I don't know if you were watching the games. But I think probably 6 times I saw the same John Legend commercial for Pfizer. It made me want to throw something at the TV. Come on. But it doesn't matter. I mean, everybody knows he's just him and his wife is insanely insufferable. I can't wait to see. When is that happening? When is the Joe Rogan thing happening? Has that been inked? I have no, and understand, please, everybody, to set your expectations properly. Joe Rogan's a Bernie bro. Joe Rogan put his support behind and endorsed Bernie Sanders. Felt the burn. He did. So I don't know if it's going to go as off the rails as we think, but I do know that he's not a fan of hers. Yeah, you find Legend annoying. I find him him and his insufferable wife duly insufferable. Oh, man, they're the worst. Self-righteous punks. Oh, absolutely terrible, terrible people. The worst of these. That's what they are. Oh, my goodness sakes, we're running out of time. Holy cow. Why didn't anybody tell me we were running out of time? Yes, okay, and The Undertaker, what Kane, who was a conservative mayor, both endorsed him this week. Nice. I saw The Undertaker on a Southwest flight years and years and years ago, back when they chartered the Southwest, didn't charter the Southwest flights, they had to buy tickets, about our cities burning again when Trump wins. No, buddy, this is what Greg said. Here's what I was thinking about this morning. That's right, Rhonda. Time does fly when we're having fun. This morning, I was thinking about what would happen when I know, because already they're saying it, even here in Arizona, we're not going to have the votes counted on election night. Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, when they don't give us any numbers that night, that's when things are going to burn down. That's going to be the straw that breaks somebody's camel's back. And it's just going to be bad. This is it. Y'all, I'm not trying to scare anybody. I got you a decompression session coming. Just a sec, buddy. My concern, and I have water, I have food, I have solar. I've got not solar panels on the roof, but I have solar that can charge generators. Like I don't like I don't like what I'm feeling moving into November. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just, hey, look. Y'all could pick up a bag of rice or something and some water. It'd be a good idea. I'm not saying that this city's going to burn down. I'm not saying anything, but something ain't right. I don't like that. I do know that the Democrats are scared, but I do not like their arrogance. I don't like their confidence in this. There's just something ain't right. Yeah. The new Jackery just is. Oh, you got a Jackery, Brendan? Hell yeah. Yeah, dude. Which one did you get? No, I love Jackery. We had to pull resources together. Alfred, especially your neighbors. I grew up, and I make fun of Southern California a lot, but the neighborhoods that I grew up in, we knew each other, and I think you're probably the same way. I don't think it's exclusive to Southern California. I think it's surprising, really, Southern California is like that. Here in Arizona, I was shocked that people don't know their neighbors. Like I was leaving the house with Queen Bee, and my neighbor Mark come running over. He's like, "Hey, mister," and we're just getting chatting it up. And she's like, "You know your neighbors?" Yeah. I mean, this is, like I said, I got a divorce list. I mean, this is a rental, and I know my neighbors. I want to get to know my neighbors. Mr. Guy next door. Mr. Guy's a snowbird. Speaks thick Asian accent. Thick Asian accent. He goes, "We're Canadian." I'm like, my fourth guess? Yeah, wow. But I know my peeps. John next door, straight hippie out of Indiana, been a special ed teacher for 40 years. Yeah, you should know your neighbors. And that's what he said. So everybody, hey, look, you guys, you got this, you got that, you got this, things go down. You got to find me. I'll be on 99th and McDowell if you guys need me. There's a Sportsman's Warehouse. There's a Sportsman's Warehouse and a Costco across the street from each other. He who holds that is king. Yeah. There are a number, you are one of a number of people that I know. Let's see here. Truman is that have voiced the same concern. And again, it's not like everybody, it's the apocalypse. No, it's just, dude, just get ready a little bit. I better really like rice because I got a lot of it. Holy mackerel. But I got a lot of meat too. The generators are going to be fine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, doesn't know when you ever lived in the same spot for 20 years, Brendan says, his sister-in-law. I think his sister. Sister-in-law said, don't even know her neighbors. Same spot, 20 years, doesn't know her neighbors. How? I don't get it. Because you wave. I mean, Henry across the street from me, I waved to him for almost a year, and I just got out of the truck. I'm like, dude, what the? Hi, I'm Mike. It's nice to meet you. I keep waving at you. Might as well know your name. Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. All right, let's decompress session, get dipping out of here, shall we? This is from The View. It's a while back, but it's from The View. I just found it, and it's Ricky Gervais on The View, and of course this evil demon that's sitting next to him can't believe that he's saying this, but it's smart and it's something we should take heed. Here you go.
Offense, isn't it? When people say they're offended, it's that just because you're offended, it doesn't mean you're right. You know, it's
look, she can't stand it. She look at that because her whole life is offense. She's offended by everything. Look at her looking at him with just disdain.
It's offense is about feelings, and feelings are personal. Some people are offended by equality. So what? You know, so you can't second guess people. If you try and please everyone, you'll please no one. With comedy as well, I think you've got to deal with taboos and contentious issues. And sometimes you deal in irony, and some people don't get that. But you know, you can't legislate against stupidity. Otherwise, you'll be doing nothing. You know, because I'm not doing it for the 200 egos in the room. I'm doing it for the 200 million people watching around who aren't winning awards, who aren't millionaires. And freedom of speech is so important these days. I've reached the age now where I don't care anymore. It's a sin. To joke about all the bad things, that's a waste. Because that's exactly what we should joke about.
Yes. See? Joy Behar, that demon is just ticked off right there. Watching Monster still, that the Menendez brothers thing. Well acted. I mean, the casting too. I'm like, you look just like these people. It's pretty dang wild. So, anyway, I'm offended that that Instagram has now said that I can't I can't go over an hour. So, thanks Instagram, thanks Meta, but Facebook is okay. Who's right hand and left hand don't know what they're doing over there, Meta? I tell you that much. Anyway, hey y'all, thank you so much for hanging out. Let's do this again mañana, shall we? Right here on In Other News. See you tomorrow at noon. Have a great day, everyone.